isolate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick.
It's week 14 of the National Football League. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Cowboys and the Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
He had the numbers of the game last week, that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
First down, Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action now, Prescott. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the PI decline, and that'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Play fake. Here's Prescott rolling to his left. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. Shifts by him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven 1st down. The Ravens come into this one still undefeated this deep in the year, despite the 1 tie. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
And the Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just saying, it's easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet and make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Back to throw again. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Possess the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, he'll try it out there for the next one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and
out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Prescott now from the 50. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Prescott yet again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably what he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. Here's Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now Dak. Escapes the sack. But that won't do much good as he is tackled at his own 7. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. But I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished. Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was, you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. You can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this.